How have you been? Would it be too depressing if I said not good? I think it's just I've been sort of feeling stuck. Yeah, I think stuck is a good word. Just 'cause without my mom around, I mean, there's a million different reasons about my mom why I feel stuck. But I just feel like people have such an expectation. Not people in general, just people who haven't lost a parent before. They have such an expectation of how grief works and how oh, you're just gonna get over it. That's not how that works. You don't get over losing your parent in a traumatic way, especially. And that's been kind of bothering me, just with how people have been interacting with me. And I don't know if that makes me sound entitled or ignorant or something, or maybe I'm being overly sensitive, I don't know. But just with how people interact with me who haven't lost a parent, they're like, oh, it's everyone's time eventually and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? What? You can't tell an 18, 19-year-old who watched her parent die for 2 years be like, oh, it's everyone's time eventually. I was like, no. And just people who haven't experienced losing a parent trying to give me advice, I know that it's well-meaning, but it's still just not helpful because they haven't experienced it. So the way that it come across is very patronizing, especially when it comes from adults who are older than me. I'm like, no, please no. But back to how I've been feeling. I've been feeling kind of just like a floating poached egg. You know how when you make poached eggs, they're kind of swirling, but they're still floating, sort of. But they're being swirled and thrown around in a boiling pot of water. That's kind of how I felt, if that makes any sense. Probably not. I sound like a crazy person. But it's just my self-esteem has been down, and I feel like a piece of super huge garbage. And my dishes have been dirty, which I know sounds irrelevant, but let me explain. My dishwasher has been broken. And then we had a party and we didn't know our dishwasher was broken. So we had a bunch of dishes to do. And now that our dishwasher is broken, we can't clean them because our sink is already too full to even use. So I just feel like a giant piece of poo because I can't clean my dishes. We've been using paper plates, and I just feel like also I don't want to clean them. I don't want to stand in the kitchen for an hour and wash dishes, which makes me feel like even more of a piece of poo because I just don't have that self-motivation that my mom always had. I just don't have that. I just, bleh. And I also feel like a couple days ago, I think I feel a little bit better about this now, but I didn't feel very deserving of love. Yeah, just because, like I said, how am I supposed to have someone, how could someone love me when I'm so obviously not good at doing just normal human things, like washing the fucking dishes? I can't even do that. I can't sweep the floor. Why can't I do that? Why? So yeah, to people who ask me how I've been, that's how I've been, I guess. An egg. Not really an answer, I suppose.